SIP Gully Bop. You're truly Naah Bother Dead. I don't care what they say, with the coroner, with the family. Are you here and you love Gully Bop? Did you love Gully Bop? Can't believe it, right? Feisty guy with lyrics and personality 10 times his size. That's the sweet part. Well, I'm on here now to tell you what I think is the truth about what happened to him. I'm not the doctors, and I can't say exactly what physical, what his ailment and what surgery he had. What is it? Just about 2 years ago, I think it was. Because the song he voiced for us for Cleanway Records, he says in the song that he was 57, just 57 years old, and I believe he was 59 at the time of his too soon passing. I cried on a live earlier tonight, and I just can't sleep. It's morning, it's early morning, and some people may be gonna be upset with me, but I have to come clean. So I am Marilyn Ross, dumping artist, and I'm CEO of Cleanway Records from New York, and I'm a Italian European mixed American. Okay. It's just about 3 years, actually almost 4 years, I think, to the day that I decided to come out as an artist and to sing. I decided I wanted to come out in reggae and dancehall. That was what I love to do. Well, very quickly into my coming out and announcing that I was Cleanway Records, I had a lot of artists and a lot of interest in coming on my label. Also, very quickly I met a very ambitious man and an ambitious company by the name of Mad Boss Production. Mad Boss Production was very honest with me and straightforward and told me he needed some help. He knew that I had had to work with Yardy Promotion, and I'm gonna say some names, y'all. I know they'll say little snitches, whatever. Um, Gully Bop should not have gone so soon, and there's been several artists that have, and I just am so surprised by the most talented people in the world have some of the most horrible people supposedly managing them, protecting them, and as far as I'm concerned, and hopefully at the end of this live tonight, you'll feel that, uh, or managers will learn that you don't manage a being. The being has to manage themselves. You manage a contract. You have a contract with them. You have a commitment. You manage that. You're supposed to honor that. So anyway, Mad Boss Production told me he needed some help. That he had a lot of songs that had gone out for release in distribution with the new digital age, for which Gully Bop, Robert Lee Malcolm had voiced many songs, many of which had gotten, some pretty viral press. He warned me that at the time, and I believe still even at the time of his early passing, he had, and I will not mention her name, apparently a manager in London who I was told is very racist. She does not like white people, quote unquote. Um, and that she gives a fight everything that they do. And I knew legitimately Mad Boss was, close. Gully Bop, the whole Grand Spend community, many of those artists, or anybody who manages and works with artists like that, I think has to understand that you don't ever want to do anything to interfere with them collaborating, getting along, because it's not something usually that's done in music. Usually people like to do their own thing, and a collab is rare because it's a special energy to share. So usually one has to come and the other one has to be interested, in that type of collaboration. Well, my engineer, Damian Allen, has written several of those songs. So he was actually the author of the song. He coined the songs for Gully Bop, which Gully Bop simply performed the song. Mad Boss Production is the producer of the music. As far as I know, once Gully Bop or any artist is a grown human being, Nobody can really tell them what to do, and if they're not following, their contract, then it's up to their manager either to punish them, charge them, change the contract, or drop them. Not go after producers, go after foreign investors, somebody like me who was trying to help out. So we proceeded to put out, I proceeded to publish the rhythms, most of the rhythms that Gully Bop was on, to make sure that they were covered. And this is going back like these were songs that were probably now at this point would be at least 10 years old. I published the rhythms. Okay. Nobody really knew I published the rhythms and put them out. We published the rhythms. Then Mad Boss Production gave me a few of Gully Bop's songs to put out every time I would put them out. One was a collab with Mad Boss, clearly was, for them. And we got to fight on the cover. And no like requests, no like, we need this, we need that, we want a certain amount of money, nothing like that. It was just war, it was just like instant war. Takedowns, taking down my channel. I'm not telling this now to cry about my channel. I'm not saying this now because Gully Bop is gone and it's awful. It's really awful. I'm not even saying it because, I have one song voiced with him that I know had millions of views, Naah Bother Dead, written by Damian Allen. And right now I'm gonna pledge that if y'all help us find all those views, because there was a ton. Gully was having a blast. He had just come out from surgery. He was in the studio. He sang in front of the other logo in the Grandspin studio. He was so welcomed by the team. He had dissed my engineer. He said some negative things. So when he realized I was there and we were trying to look for him, so he didn't have a phone. He agreed to voice this song for my engineer, not for me, for my engineer, and a whole bunch of other artists were on this rhythm, and it wound up taking down all my channels. It was awful. Again, I didn't have like a phone to call him, but I met Mr. Malcolm several times in Jamaica in person. He was never greedy. He was never like a Belias. More time, the man looked hungry, and he wouldn't really ask you for anything. He just wanted something to make him comfortable. He would maybe ask for a bite to eat and or enough to maybe get a smoke and something like that. So after he voiced officially on my label and I had gotten so much fight for all the productions with Mad Boss, I finally told Mad Boss I can't as a distributor. I mean, they're published. Someday when we have the strength, we'll fight back, and we're getting ready to fight back because you have to do the right thing. It hurts these artists, and I this is the truth, man. And I hope y'all share this out and it goes viral. That is why Gully Bop is gone. That everybody's trying to say things about him and his personality. He wasn't there for his kids. He was nothing has anything to do with all the press he's getting was the fact that he was a really bad artist. He was hot. He had a vibe, he had a gel, he blew up stage. There's not many people that can really blow up a stage like that. He really was a humble, loving person, and I could understand why somebody like him, if he thought somebody was, acting against him, would cuss them out, and it's kind of like a style really of the culture because of that defensiveness. But to know that his manager was such a racist that she would rather attack me, make me lose my channel, which hurt over 100 artists that I work with, including Gully Bop. It hurt Gully Bop. I don't know what kind of management that is. I've tried every which way, apologized, tried every which way to communicate with this person. They've just ignored me, and I've been told by more than one person it's because it's a racial thing. She's even cussed out some of my artists and said they've sold out because they voiced with me or they dealt with me. And again, this really is not about me. This is about the culture, the tone in the industry. It's about creative artists not really knowing what's there, what's going on in the business part of music. It's about an artist like Gully Bop, who was definitely special needs in many ways, but he was a brilliant artist, and we shouldn't have lost him so soon. And he should have been able to do the video for Naah Bother Dead when he came out of the hospital last year. It was clean. It was a clean song, and we were so generous to go and give him royalty out of the composition when they had nothing to do with the writing of the song. No, nobody about his team. It was just about him voicing for Falco. That Falco had voiced him for years for probably nothing. knowing my brother never took a dime. So this has to stop. This racism, this manager going on about racism, we're gonna come after her. If you want to know anything, I'm willing to help you. Again, I was hired to publish quite a few works for Mr. Malcolm. Mr. Malcolm voiced on a song of mine that I know had millions of views, and it was cut down. He was like refused to be allowed to do the video with us, and it's a shame. And I think it really needs to change in the industry. I don't know if anybody's there because it is the middle of the night. Kind of. This is my new cards I just made. Creativity is a must, and I'm not going away. I'm going to keep, working and protecting these artists. And again, Gully Bop did not have to die, man. And I feel like I'm gonna be the only one have guts to say it. And my team, again, they might be mad at me, but that's the truth. I was hired for that. I became a publisher strictly. I became a music publisher for Gully Bop. I became a label. I was a label to protect myself as an artist because I knew artists need a lot of protection. And I'm a woman. I'm a U.S. with an MBA, two master's degrees, and I knew like you need good protection in this industry. And I try to provide it as much as I can for artists I come in touch with. And I really tried hard. We all tried really hard for Mr. Malcolm. I really tried hard. I want to ball right now. And again, I know my team, because my team has that loyalty. They never wanted me to speak out. They never wanted me to fight. They didn't want me to get hurt. They didn't want us to lose our channel again. But I'm calling out any manager that's got holding down an artist and keeping shackles on an artist and talking about um, the color of somebody else's skin is keeping business from happening. Something wrong. If the family wants to reach out to me in any way, I'm willing to help. Um, I don't know who's really there for him, but I know we were there, and I know that my team was always there for him in a real way, real and genuine way. And I want everybody to know, no matter what you're hearing out there, that Gully Bop is a very real and genuine person. A very, very real and genuine person. That is it. And every time I met him, he was really the same. He was the same. And we should have had the chance to work. And all those videos are like gone. Like, where are they gone? Where'd they go? It's crazy. Crazy. The man was in front of, he'd just come out of surgery, and he was like getting around. Nothing can hold him down. Nothing can hold him down. So that day when he checked himself into the hospital, I'm sure he had it and he had been hurt. And I also heard about a month ago he finally got rid of this manager and he was going to do the video again. And we're devastated. We're all really devastated. Mr. Gully Bop, Mr. Robert Lee Malcolm, you're gone too soon and you didn't have to, but you didn't go in vain. And we're going to fight to keep your name alive and keep your name the right way. Anybody has any music of Gully Bop that was never out? Yeah, man, I'm willing to publish it, for free. And I'm willing to this song "Naah Bother Dead." It's gonna go out tomorrow. We do it. I put it up, but I didn't want this lady to fight me about his picture or something. So one of the young artists that's been doing work for him for a long time made a little cartoon video. So I'm just working on the lyrics part of it, and you know that's our testimony to his legacy. Falco de January, all of Grand Span. Grandspin's had a lot of hits lately, y'all, and they didn't need to lose Gully so quickly. Countryman, Gully Bop, Robert Lee Malcolm. Respect. I and I. No matter how many people you cussed out, I know you got to heaven. Ja, be good.